Hey, we were just chit-chatting in the background before this started, and Lindsay's going to share a couple of things with us before we hop off here at the end of the night tonight. But let's go ahead and get started just like we do the last few Wednesdays and so forth. I muted myself, sorry. We're going to go ahead and start in prayer because there's just a lot on my heart. All right, dear Heavenly Father, we're just so thankful and grateful that we can all four come together, and anyone who joins us for the rest of the evening, anyone who watches this on replay. Dear Heavenly Father, we just pray that you be with all of us, all of our leaders in the company, our CEOs of the company, and all those that are in charge of getting the product out to customers, those who help us with the social media aspect. We are just so grateful for this company. It is something that has brought all four of us together. We would not know each other if it weren't for this product, and we are grateful for what it does in our lives and how it helps impact others as well. We just pray that you'd be watching over us as we use the gifts, the talents that you've given us to our best abilities, and so that we can continue to grow this opportunity, not only for ourselves, but for other people who need that sense of hope. And we just pray for all of our leaders of the world, and we just pray for those that are hurting tonight. In your name we pray, amen. Okay, and there's Miss Tam Bam. All righty. Okay, so one of my aha moments today that was really not an aha moment, but it just brought to the forefront of why we do what we do. So I went and got a pedicure today. I was supposed to have gone yesterday, and just things were going. I said, I can't come. They gave me a time today to come, and I went. And I hadn't even been sitting there 5 minutes. And lo and behold, one of my customers walks in the door, and she stops in the door and sees me like this. And she had stopped thriving. Part of it was my fault. She used a product that we didn't carry anymore, and life hit, and I had not followed up with her. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, I've been thinking about you and I wanted to reach out to you. And so she came and sat in the thing next to me, and I said, life has been crazy. She goes, girlfriend, I knew something was up. So I said, anyway, one of the products that she took, they don't make anymore. But I said, hey, guess what? Even though they don't have this, they have this now. And she goes, I need it. Okay, the good Lord plopped her in the petty chair right next to me. Follow-ups are key. Whether we have life grab at us or not. And right now, everybody has got life going on. Are you kidding? I've got a husband with shingles right now. It is. Anyway, so my point is, everybody has something going on right now in their world, but they need that person to reach out to them. And that's why we've got that customer list of people that have thrived with us or not have thrived with us. All of those promoters that maybe some of them are just in name and what have you. And that's why we add those names to our list every Wednesday night of how we're going to contact them for the rest of the week. And then so my challenge as every month, because you may have a list of customers that is like this long, and even if you did 3 to 5 a day, you're not gonna be able to get them all done in a time frame. Each month, have a message that is kind of generic, but yet also very personal, that you can tweak and so forth, that you're going to send to every single one of these free accounts. Whether you're working through part of your list in February, like we did in February, whether you're working on some of them in March, if you're still going to be doing on this list in April, make sure before April gets here that you've got your verbiage ready. Some of these people you're going to be emailing, and they never will email you back, but you know what? You keep doing the emails. You send the messages in Messenger. If it's somebody that you know, if it is somebody who's a really good friend, use your voice. Get in there with your voice. Don't be afraid. Not all y'all sound like cornbread. Okay. So get in there with your voice and use your voice. That's what people need to hear. There's a lot of crap going on, and they need to hear your voice. And so your message to them isn't necessarily going to be anything Thrive related. And challenge yourself so that you're not just vomiting what the new stuff is. Just say, oh my gosh, life has been crazy, wild, whatever. I know that you probably got a lot going on in your world. What can I pray for you for? Something as simple as that. Okay. We know that whole adage, nobody gives a crap about what we have until they know that we care, but we got to care in a very sincere manner. And so, you know, I'm going to put out this humongous challenge to all of us that when we are doing these reach outs through our cloud and what have you, that, you know, 1 month it is all about them. And then as you're doing your next messaging to them, maybe that next month and a half later, you're still making it all about them, but just go, oh my gosh, you know what's getting me through the summer right now is having this whatever, you know, hope your summer's going great. Give yourself that challenge that every month you have that verbiage ready. Not only your calendar ready, but your verbiage ready. Okay. That way you'll never go, oh, I didn't get it done today because they're not ready. It's not done, blah, 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 blah. All right. So that was my big, huge aha moment. Our customers want to hear from us. And it's not that we're going to be bugging them. We're not bugging them. We're just having conversations with them and letting them know that we care. That's what we're doing. All right. So let's get started with our gratitude super quick. 3 things you're grateful for in the last 24 hours. And at this point, if you've got a full tank of gas, you can totally write that you're thankful for your tank of gas.
Yeah, suddenly Jeep life just became a little bit more expensive. Holy moly.
Yes, girl. Yes. I'm grateful for leaders who push us, see the skills that we have that we don't sometimes see in ourselves, and that they push us. And when we do want to jump off and go even further and do more and more, they're like, no, you're not ready for that yet. You know, I'm grateful for those moments when they're like, just hang tight a second, you know, focus on this part first. Because, you know, I just want to do it all. I want to do all the things. And I'm grateful for all of y'all that hop on this Zoom every Wednesday night. Go ahead and do it, your IMs. I have my little list. As I was saying my I ams, one of mine popped up onto my app and it says, I see how finding a reason to be grateful in every situation is key to liberation. Isn't that the truth? In everything, we can find something to be thankful for. All righty. Okay, so let's move on and let's kind of take a look at, I need my little, hold on, I'm looking for my, here it is, sorry. I'm looking for my calendar so I can see when the 20th is. Oh, the 20th is on Sunday. So we're going to go ahead and log into our cloud really quick. We're going to do our rate of run and then see who our auto ships are that are coming up. So let's get logged in really quick. I'll be honest, last month, my rate of run was much, much higher. We had the double, triple going on. And right now we do have the promo with the $400 promoter pack orders equaling double QV. Lindsay's going to talk about some promos that she has been hearing from other leaders. in her conversations with them. She's going to talk about that before we hop off tonight. Because if you're been around for a little while, like most of us I see on the screen, we've offered rebates and things like that. And so, you know, the people that are wanting to take advantage of anything like that would be someone who's new and doesn't know anything about a rebate. All right, so take your QV, your current QV. We're going to divide it by 16 because today is the 16th. Multiply that by 31, that smaller number, and you get your rate of run. What I come up with is not okay in my book for me. So what can I do? I keep digging in, doing the do to get the get, and not pussyfooting around or just piddling and playing at it like I'm pussyfooting around. And that's what this boot camp that a lot of us are in is really helping with. It is making us be completely intentional. All right, now let's go ahead and go to your my team. Let's go to your my list of customers. And oh, she disappeared. Oh, there she is. She's back. I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, I made her mad. Okay, go. Oh, I see you live now. Okay, so go take a look and see if you have anyone who's got an auto ship coming up on the 20th. And I don't, but what I'm going to do, and I'll do this after the Zoom because I know this is going to take me a little while. I'm going to go into where it says last auto ship. And I'm going to take a look and see who has had an auto ship that was in the last like 6 to 9 months, but they've stopped. They've stopped thriving. And that may be somebody that I have not sent any kind of a message to that it didn't, like I've got one in here that's like from somewhere else. Don't know who they are. The last time they placed an order, it was a $360 some odd order. I email her all the time, but she never emails me back. But you know what? I'm going to keep reaching out one more time. There might be something that she needs that I can help her with, that I can offer her. For these people who have stopped thriving, my message is going to be, hey, girlfriend, hope everything is going great. I know life can be wild. Oh, you have follow-up galore with a simple message you sent. Hey, Lindsay, what was your message? Can you unmute?
So look, first off, I want you to take note on this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that is already filled out for this week and next week on follow-ups. Because what I simply did is I took the cute graphics that Hoochie made. Hoochie, what's her name? Samantha. I put them in Pinterest and I made this, or not Pinterest. I put them in Pic Collage and made this graphic, which I can totally put, I don't know where y'all want it. And I sent a simple message that said, hey girl, we have some new products that launch. And I just wanted to see, curious if you have saw them. I've already had 4 people be like, I had no idea. And I want to know all about the gummies. And I literally just sent this simple message. See it?
Okay.
And I attached that graphic to it.
Let me see if you can. I'm not sure if you can over here.
You can't put a graphic, unfortunately.
No, you can't. Okay, you can only do text. Okay. All right. Yeah, can you post the graphic in Dream Team and then I can copy it to Team Inspire?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. And so I love that she's got her follow-up messages all the way through, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the people that haven't ordered in like the 6 to 9 months, there's going to be a reason why. And 9 times out of 10, if it is money related, people are not going to tell you that. But you say, hey, I've got a bunch of extra DFTs. I thought about you, and whatever, however you want to word it. But it's that getting in there and being intentional and not just writing a name down willy-nilly that you're going to get to later on down the road. So let's go into your cloud while you're there right now, and you're going to write down your auto ship people that you need to message. And then you're going to take a look, because I'm counting on the fact that y'all been writing names down, you know, for each day whenever you're doing your calendar at the beginning of the week. And then we just finish out names for the rest of the week. there was a girl yesterday in my stories that she had actually done one of those Thrive Experience calls with me like 5 years ago. She doesn't thrive anymore, but I'm going to go back and send that to her and go, oh my gosh, do you remember when you did this? This was so much fun. So use your memories, things like that. I got a name on here that I do not even know. One of the girls who I'm going to send an email to, I'm actually going to send her a message, and I sent her one yesterday. Her grandmother passed away the same day that my mother did 4 years ago. And so she's followed me. She's trusted me. She's made an account. She's not ever ordered anything, but I message her from time to time to check in with her. And I actually already messaged her yesterday and just told her, I said, hey, sister, just want you to know I'm thinking about you. Okay. All right. And then you'll carry on and go on into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the emails. Okay. All right. So now the direction that we're going to head. And when I do this with y'all, this is something that you do each and every single day. Add more names to those next few days. Add more names to those next few days. All right. So this morning when I got up, I woke up like at 6:15, like I normally do, put my earbud in, took my acid reflux medicine, and I started listening to my devotional. Okay. Then about 5-10 minutes into my devotional, I take one of my capsules, and then I take the second one, but I have to have that other stuff first. So as soon as my devotional was done, instead of going ahead and posting into my story like I normally will do with, I know, isn't that crazy about how many adults are excited about gummies? I know, it's like, yeah. Well, for people like me, that capsules are hard to swallow, even if it's the Thrive capsules, the fact that you can chew something and it's like eating a gummy bear, score. So I went straight into my stories in Instagram, and I just started sending messages. Hey, girlfriend, happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, that picture looks so cool. Are y'all on vacation or are you on work? Because I said, I know you like to travel out there for work too. Da, 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 da. Later on, I did not go back and respond to anybody until just a couple of hours ago. She's actually on vacation. She's not there on a work trip. And so I went in there and I did that to many, many different people. Some are business people, some are brand new moms, so forth. And I did not go back and respond until just later this afternoon. So we're going to go into our stories in Instagram, and we're going to go send 5 messages to people. okay, this lady I'm messaging, we're not friends. She's some like influencer. And so she showed something or other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, have you ever made pistachio bread? It is so good. It's like a dessert. Do you want me to send the rest? Do you want me to send over the recipe? I did one like that this morning with somebody who's an influencer on TikTok, but I follow her on Instagram, and she messaged me back, and now guess what? She's following me, and she's liked some of my stories today. And she doesn't know yet that I'm a teacher or I was a teacher, because she's a teacher. So I'm going to get to that. And there's another connection that we're going to have. So don't just pass by some of these that you follow and you're not friends with, or if they're influencers and they don't necessarily know you. Who gives a crap? It's a message. You never know when they're going to answer you back. So I've gotten 3 of mine done. Okay, so I've gotten 5 more done this evening. And this morning, by doing that, I had 10 done. Boom, 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 boom. 10 messages just like that. One of them is a girl who thrived with me for a little while. And then, oh, I need to sneeze. Anyway, and she knows other people who are thrivers, but I got into her messenger. She's a new mom, and I just made a comment. And later on, sometimes she'll just send me a heart. But this afternoon, she actually responded back and she goes, "Thank you so much." She goes, "You totally get it." And she's like, this is, I'm at a hard point right now, something like that. And I said, "I got you, boo. Don't worry about it. Sending you biggest hugs and prayers, et cetera, et cetera." That's it. So now that you've done that, now we're going to go into your own Instagram. And let's add a new picture for the evening. And this may not be your last post of the evening, and that's totally fine. I'm on that one. I'm doing a question now on this one. Trying to tag someone. There she is. Okay. Oh, that one took way too long. But it's going to get some response. Okay. All right, so now let's go over to Facebook. I mean, one of the girls that I sent a message to, she's already commented. Okay, let's go into Facebook and let's go into the stories. Oops, thank you, Tammy. Mentioned me in your story. Okay, and I've already done 5 in stories. Oh my gosh, it's already 8 o'clock. We've got 9 minutes left. Lindsay, I want to make sure that I give y'all plenty of time. You're finishing up your stories right now. Obviously, before we go to bed tonight, I always end up putting something in Instagram on my main post. I do on Facebook in my main post. Don't be afraid to do the reel. I did one. I'm a potato. And which was cracking me up, and it was just funny and silly and what have you. But one of the things, even in doing the funny, silly ones, I want to make sure that I'm sticking true to me. So last night I had done one that I had saved the day before, and it was just, I took pictures and videos from, that was like a compilation of stuff from the trip into Punta Cana, and it was just the music of Lord, I Need You. And that's a huge side of me. And there's y'all, if I told you everything going on right now, y'all would just, your head would spin. So I'm like, you know what? That's going to be my reel. And before I went to bed last night, I'd already had, I cannot tell you how many people had commented on it and sent me a comment about it. I mean, I looked last night before I went to bed, and in just not even an hour and a half or hour, I think 3,000 people had viewed it already. And I even debated on whether I posted or not. And then I'm like, no, because this is a part of me. And so when you do a reel, like I've seen some where, I mean, like when Lindsay's on there and she's going, bitch, that's Lindsay. Now I would look stupid if I did that, the one that we did with Lisa and I, we didn't say anything, so we were just the go-to girls. Think about you Now, don't censor yourself, so to speak, but think about who you want to portray on your reels. You want to show the real you, just like you would in Facebook land, and whatever. So if you're moving it then to TikTok, I mean, like whenever I got to post one, I'm recycling. I'm going to say I'm recycling, but stick to who you are. Be true to yourself. Courtney is hilarious. She drops the F-bomb all the time. I could not do that. That's just me. But you're not going to necessarily, I have to be really, 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 really mad before you hear something like that come out of my mouth. Okay. And so I have to keep mine true to me. And so what I'm saying is, I have seen some people, no one on this screen, that they stand up there, nobody even that we know, okay, that they stand up there and they make complete, utter idiots of themselves. And I'm like, if that's really what they're like in real life, I would never join their industry. So you kind of have to think about who you are, those 5 things that you can speak the most about, and that kind of deal when you're doing, at least that's just how I look at it. I mean, y'all may totally disagree with me, but that's just kind of how I look at it. You want to be you and be yourself, and then you're going to come across, and people are going to get to know who you are. The Sandra side who is passionate about early childhood, Sandra the side who does like to garden, but my gardening's different than Tammy. She does flowers, I do food. Okay, and so I'm going to feed you, she's going to decorate you. And so, Sonia, she's going to go do one with her Harley. If I went and did one with a Harley, y'all think I had lost my ever loving mind. I would lay the thing down in the road. And so be true to who you are. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Lindsay Lou.
Yes, I love it. I'm sorry, you made me go look at your reels while you were doing this. It's just
You like my potato?
Yes, that's hilarious. Okay, so real quick, because there's several. Obviously, stacking promo. Stacking promo is simple. It is, you like, say for instance that Sandra orders it. Sandra's going to go 4 levels above her and ask for their commissions back. That's one that I know that Starla Scribner is doing, that she just has thrown out there. So that's the stacking promo. And it's no more than just asking, because again, it benefits everybody to give their credits back because everybody's getting that volume. It's not like it's just one person getting the volume. So I want you to think about that. Also, yes.
Re-clarify for me. Stacking 4, and you go 4 levels up. And what is it you're asking
get paid 4 levels deep on, like if you were to buy an $800 pack, 4 levels up are getting your commission.
Mm-hmm.
So Tammy, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Now, granted, I understand. I want you to read between the lines. Some of you don't know your 4 up lines, but this is what I'm going to say. Pull your big girl panties up and freaking ask them. Do not make that decision for them before. Don't ask Tammy to go asking the uplines. You go ask the uplines. You go say, hey, I want to offer this promo. I'm going to give my $80 back. You make $20 off of it. Would you be willing, if they purchase this, to give them the $20? It's your responsibility. It's not your upline's responsibility to do that. So, but it conceivably is 80, 40, 120, 30, 120, 40, 50, $150 back on a $400 pack.
Okay.
So nobody, and don't underestimate it, guys. We've done this before on some other promos and it does work. There are people out there that are generous and will do it. Or maybe somebody will say, hey, Sandra, I will only offer that to 3 people for you. Guys, 3 people are better than no people.
Right.
Okay. So respect that. Go on. What'd you say?
That's okay. I thought that's what you meant, but then you said credit, so you confused me. So, okay. So rebating the commission, the levels up.
Rebating the commission. Sorry, I probably said credits and I meant that. I didn't mean that. Next thing is a spin the wheel for cash. So as a team, for every $1,000 in volume, you spin the wheel for $25, $50, whatever it is that you have. Maybe you have a Cool Thrive hat. Maybe you have a product that you want to do. Every wheel will start blank once it's $1,000. Any order gets you on the wheel. Your customers can get on this wheel too. Leanne Maha, I don't know how to say her last name. She was letting her people use credits, which obviously promoter packs can't use credits, but customers can.
Mhm.
So it's kind of one of those things that it was just to intrigue them that, hey, if we get $1,000 in volume, I'm going to draw $25. So that's another option to do because it's team wide. It feels like it's more available. Like I was telling Tammy, I couldn't necessarily do that team wide. I would go broke, but you can break that up into doing like a certain leg that you want to do or something like that. So I
Mhm.
think y'all would be fine if you wanted to do it, team wide. Like Tammy, it probably wouldn't be in Tammy's best interest to do it team wide. She could go broke too. So it's smarter, not harder. Because Leanne was actually giving away $100, but she had uplines that were helping her. So that's why. I'm trying to think what else those were really the two biggest ones that were working. Was everybody was giving back their commissions on the stacking promo and then the spin the wheel, because it was like a team. It was just a fun thing. She was doing it in her black legs because Leanne has a big red leg as well. So those are just two options to do. And another just has nothing to do with the $400 packages, is a stacking customer promo. So in other words, you get, say for instance, you give them 5 hours. So from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., you do a fun stacking promo. And that can literally mean that you get 3 people and say, okay, we're going to stack credits. Each person, each new order that comes in, we're going to all give them $10, but it's only in this 5-hour time frame that they have to order and place the order. Now, granted, I do not let people use credits on that because I'm not going to pay my $10 back and people use credits on that per se, but that's something that we do really big. Like Bobby Joe has a No Grow and Thrive customer page. We try to do that at least once a month where we stack credits and they only have 2 hours to place that order. And we will we push those credits to them before they place their order. So it's been really, it's fun. It does take some time. That's why I wouldn't say maybe don't start with 5 hours, start with 2 hours, but maybe in your, your team or your group chat, you could do that.
Okay. Really quick. I need to say this really quick. So,